The following podcast may be explicit. One Joe Young presents Adventures from the Shed, a tabletop RPG podcast. You can find us online at adventuresfromtheshed.com. Welcome back to part 2 of an impromptu recording session at Adventures from the Shed, in which we play the Tavern Tales RPG. MHI Incorporated continues the adventure to find out what's up with that angry dragon. Enjoy the podcast. Hi, and welcome to another special episode of Adventures from the Shed, where we are playing the Tavern Tales RPG. Yay. You can find them online at taverntalesrpg.com, and they're currently running a Kickstarter where you can look at the game as it is, a free PDF download, and contribute to them to help them bring this game to a physical book for anyone to buy. We're going to go around the room here and say hi. I almost said the table. We're not at a table today. We're going to go around the room and say hi, starting with...
Hi, this is Bridget, the GM's better half. Ha ha ha. I'm playing Venti, the mage healer. Mickie.
Hi everyone, this is Mickie. I get to play hard-hearted Hannah, the succubus travel agent to the stars. God.
With a heart of gold.
With a heart. No, she doesn't.
No, a heart of faux gold.
JJ here, playing Prim the Savage, and as Joe mentioned, we are not playing around the table, so I am actually rolling in a shoebox.
It's pretty awesome.
And I am Joe. I am the Game Master as we continue what should be the final episode of our second and final episode of our Tavern Tales RPG. As a quick refresher, we are playing this game, which is a different rule set from what we have typically played here. This rule set involves a die mechanic of rolling 3d20 and taking the middle number and adding a stat modifier to it. In addition to that, we have things called challenges, where the players are trying to get their characters to defeat a challenge by having more good tales said than bad tales. As we get started, we'll review what good tales and bad tales and neutral tales are again. Anyone who's listening can say retroactively a bless you to Mickie if you'd like.
Thank you.
You're welcome. We are going to just do a quick recap of where we took our first episode. Does anyone want to contribute to that?
Sure. I think we kind of stretched our legs a bit, try to nuzzle into these characters for a while.
I like
we
that
learned
description. Well done.
That sounds really nice.
We learned that our town, Shadow Castle in Low City in the Shadow Castle region, was probably going to come up.
Unfortunately, some digital gremlin snuck in here and messed with the audio while Mickie was giving us the recap from the first session. The audio trouble lasts for just about a minute, so I'll just recap her recap. Thieves stole, and, accidentally or not, broke one dragon egg, which killed the baby dragon inside and angered the waking mother dragon. MHI was instructed by the king to go steal the second egg and hold it for ransom in an effort to stop the dragon from destroying Shadow Castle and Low City. Afterwards, I go on to give a little more detail about the information gathered in our first session to help clear things up about the king's instruction for the group, as he was asking something that seemed a little unreasonable to them as we were wrapping up the first session. So we'll get right back to the episode here while the gremlins go away.
I believe that's where we left off. We were trying to figure out what the next step should be.
Yep, so that as part of that, it felt a little disjointed describing it at the end of the last episode, so I'll recap that. As far as the king is concerned, his best advisors and those around the castle have told him that in order to stop the dragon from coming and destroying his keep and his people, he should grab the other dragon egg and tell the dragon, look, we'll give it back if you leave us alone. It's not our fault. So that's his appeasement, because he knows that they can't stand, or they are, according to legend, there's no way they could withstand the dragon's assault. So they need to find a way to dissuade the dragon and not allow it to destroy the city and the keep. So he has hired his mercenary group, MHI, to go and carry out this plan that he has conceived of. As we begin this episode, we are going to have our characters making their way to the foothills of Dragon Mountain, perhaps to make a quick stop in to say hi to Prim. Damn, I want to put an N at that. Prim's barbarian tribe, maybe to say hi, and then head up Dragon Mountain. Is there any way they could help you guys be equipped for the journey, perhaps?
Prim would not be
exiled,
welcome unless he had already fetched the carcass of the dragon.
Okay.
Well,
yes, you guys did fetch that before we ended the last episode.
And that's what I'm saying, is he would not be welcome because he had been exiled and he had condemned the elders for their stupidity and wanting to attract the attention of the dragon.
I didn't know if you still had like a cousin Kenny or somebody that you kept contact with or something.
Yeah, I mean, I have some contacts in the tribe, but for the most part, they wouldn't welcome him in there. Yeah. But with the carcass in tow, with the stillborn
baby dragon,
the clan basically is in jaws on the floor sort of thing, because everything they've been hoping for, praying for, wishing for is there, and here comes this exile with it. And I tell one of the little kids, I tell him to go run and fetch Witchman Pride.
Okay.
Because that's our naming scheme here. We have adjectives for names. Wishman Pride. And Wishman Pride comes out, and I tell him that we need to arrange for a funeral pyre to do the ritual to let the dragon know that this was an unfortunate death.
During your conversation, Witchman Pride does not bring himself to look at you directly because you've disgraced yourself amongst the tribe, and he is very proud of the tribe. However, he does order what you have asked, and mentions, he's kind of treating you as, I'm not speaking to you, so he tells the kid, you tell Prim that if this works, we'll start talking to him again.
You tell him.
Yes. And the little kid is like, Richmond Pride said, if you do this, he'll talk to you again.
Good.
You're a man of few words, Prim.
I am.
Good. Make it so.
It's huge. All right, good. Sorry.
So you get that started, and now, before you head out, the little kid tells you that there's still that path up the side of the mountain that the tribe used to take, but over the last few months they haven't taken it so often because it appears there's a group of creatures that are up there that have built a temple to Iliard, and they believe that they are awakening the dragon, and the tribe is like, oh no you're not, we are. And well, there's this rivalry going on.
Great fanatics.
Yeah.
Just what we needed.
I remember the path well, and I also know that there's a route on the path that is somewhat poisonous. In and of itself, it's not harmful, but it does cause extreme vertigo.
Oh, neat.
And I'm going to, as I go up the path, I'm going to pluck a few.
Now, this is a trait you have for gathering reagents. Mm-hmm. Let's make a roll. And let's see that you actually do this.
Okay.
Do this, man.
Yeah.
Do it,
man.
this.
Because here is where, depending on your roll, something bad could happen, right? Let's see.
Could blow off.
You might get a condition.
Like he could.
Oh crap!
Yeah.
That'd be not.
That would not be good.
So we have this. Oh. Gosh, now I got to remember. What are we going to use for this? Is this going to be? I would guess mind.
It's a trait,
observant and clever. However, you're still rolling against a stat, but using your trait.
You get the highest of the three.
So in this case, we will increase the roll because it should be easy. Now, anyone could say they were doing that, but because you know how to gather reagents, this makes it easy for you.
I have a 19, an 18, and an 8.
Jeez.
Okay, so it didn't matter.
So even with my
much.
-1.
Nice. So you get the reagent that you're looking for.
This is the reagent you are looking for.
It turns out, when you were first looking, you thought, oh, I might fall, oh, no, I'm not. This is the right one. Gosh. You're all set.
It's baby stuff.
And
yeah.
Going to use that same trait to turn that
frown
And
upside down.
This is where you get to tell me
Good. I get to say something.
what it what's the temporary trait. So like I said, it causes vertigo, so
Okay.
the plan was to coat my claws in it.
Nice. So don't scratch an itch anytime soon.
Exactly.
Good. Good.
That'd be bad.
So what we're going to say then is when you scratch something intending to do it harm, we'll put that little stipulation on there.
Intending to do it.
Yes,
Very nice.
that thing will immediately back away in fear from any ledge.
Oh, immediately. Got it. So it would get vertigo.
That's the idea. Since he primed that, yes.
I like it.
So remember that. So you will now be. It'll be the next thing you hit.
Okay.
The next thing you hit intending to do harm. I won't make it so if you happen to have an itch down there that you're not worried about it. Right?
Because, I'd hit that.
It happens. I would so do
I would
that.
so hit that.
Scratchy, scratchy. Okay. You guys head up the mountain. It takes about a day to travel up the side of the mountain.
No.
Go ahead.
Can I do something in the meantime?
You sure can.
Can I be making some healing potions along the way as one of my...
What I would say is put one healing potion in your inventory. It will use up one inventory spot.
Okay.
And during the time that you guys had gathered the materials from your supplier, Prim brought you some stuff while you were already at Bottoms Up. And the time in the interim where it's been probably close to a half a day or so, it's going to be close to nighttime. You guys will need to make camp as you're heading up the mountain. We're not going to go through all that specifically, although there is a rule, or not a rule, but a thing within the book about setting camp. We're not going to go through that. We're just going to move on to the next day. You guys wake up. You'll have had time to make that healing potion. And
Hannah thinks this would be a fantastic vacation to take her clients on.
it's getting really cold and really dangerous, and it would be the clients where you might want to feed off of their fear.
Yeah.
Especially if you go along with them.
She does on
Right.
the Prime
Yeah.
Soares.
So perhaps as you are gathering up camp the next morning, who is the most, out of the three of you, who would you say is the most observant?
Would that
most what?
fall?
Observant.
What would that fall under? Or
Just say
stat?
in general, who would be more wary of bad things
I would be
coming?
pretty aware of my surroundings in the wilderness.
Yeah.
So the reason I say that is I'm going to go towards, in that player structure, or the turn structure, I'm going to go towards Prim first then.
It's mind, yeah.
As you're breaking camp, getting things set up, you hear off in the distance something that sounds like claws on the surface of the side of the mountain.
Okay.
Nails on a chalkboard.
Nails on a chalkboard. You hear nails on a chalkboard off in the distance.
I know the mountain,
And you're familiar
the mountain
with that.
air, being cold and the snow and sounds don't always sound like where they come from. So I begin to scan everywhere.
Okay. It sounds like you're looking to have something good come of this. Let's have a roll for this. And this sounds like mind because you're trying to be observant. So we're going to have a mind roll. Roll.
I have an 8, a 13, and a 17.
I would say that's the 13 plus mind.
That's a minus mind. Minus
That's
1.
12.
Ooh. It's a shame it wasn't a plus because you would have added 1. Okay. So where's the sound coming from? Because you successfully identify where it's coming from. You get to tell a good tale. I then have to tell
The
a bad
sound is coming from about 30 feet above our heads up the cliff face.
Okay. And you mentioned that to the others?
Yeah, look up. There it is.
And as he's pointing up, you see what looks like I don't know, like a little bolt of electricity in the shape of a dart flying towards him.
Oh, fantastic.
Mark 1. Challenge box.
Challenge.
Please, JJ. You have now started this challenge.
Uh-oh.
Hannah.
We don't roll initiatives.
There is no initiative. So looking up, you see over the top of the... so that was the bad tale. Now I go on with a neutral tale for you. I'm telling you what you see at this point. Hannah sees up where that little spark came from, looked like an electrical dart, if you will. That 30 feet up above you, it looks like some kind of bipedal dragon-looking thingies. Technically, these are kobolds from the worlds we know. Draconic things that usually worship dragons in some way or another. And up there on the ledge, you see them. They have orange and green mottled skin, and they're wearing orange robes. And it looks like they're just pointing fingers down, shooting little electrical darts at you guys.
So I am well aware that these are not dragons.
You are well aware that they are not dragons, but they are descendants of ancient relations to something like that.
I would grab Prim, and try to get some. I know, right? And try to get some cover and yell at the same time.
So hide behind him.
Hide. Well, I mean, we're on a cliff face. I imagine there's shrubbery or at least some ledges that we can hide behind.
Well, you guys just had a camp set up, so there would have been some protective.
Yeah, we had like a little insect cave, maybe.
Yeah.
I want to get cover and at the same time yell to Venti, yo, hey, you,
yo, Venti.
Get some cover. Venti grabs some cover, and as I grab Prim and try to protect ourselves at the same time, pointing my pistol menacingly.
So would you call this then finesse, which would be quick and agile?
Yes.
Okay.
That sounds right.
So it sounds like you're taking cover and get others into cover as well. So
I'm using the big D20s
I
now.
can hear them.
Woo!
Bam!
Oh, wow. That's terrible. That's a terrible roll.
All right, so what does it end up
4
as?
plus
4.
2 is 6.
Okay.
So I get to mark a challenge.
So mark a challenge,
The middle one was 12?
No, the high one was
box.
12. It was a 2, a 4.
Oh, jeez.
The big D20s are going away.
Yeah.
They did make a substantial amount of noise, though, which is interesting.
They made a grand appearance.
Yes, they did. Forget it. I was going to show Bridget the wave on the screen, and it changed just as I was going to point.
Gotcha.
So here's what happens then. First, you did mark
A challenge.
Okay. As you went to grab Prim,
I have a good bad tale.
well, does it have to do with your character?
No.
Because it was about to.
Oh, was it?
Go ahead.
I was gonna say like she takes cover and fires at the same time, but she fires at the wrong time, and because when she goes underneath the cover, it hurts her face.
She didn't chase you shooting, though. That would have been neat, though.
I said I pointed,
you pointed
my
Yes.
pistol.
So when you take cover, you do get hit once by one of these electrical darts, and the cover you have taken, and you're telling others to go towards the cover. There isn't enough room for more than just you. So you have gotten into the cover, but nobody else can get into that spot now. What is Venti going to do at this point? What tales do you have to tell?
Well, I'm thinking if I can... Is there more than one thing?
There's definitely several up there. You might say it's a little clan of them.
Can I do my port in the storm to create a safe haven for the three of us?
Read out what it does. I think the answer is going to be mostly no, but it might help for a little bit.
Port in the storm. It creates a safe haven that harbors you and your allies as long as you stay in it. Locals freely offer aid, or aid is available if unoccupied.
There are no locals, though.
It says aid is available if you're unoccupied, which means like food or things like that.
So, considering it would not
I don't know
be...
if it's like a...
I would say it's not a magical barrier. What I would say is, first off, it's going to require a roll.
Right.
And that sounds to me like that would be...
It says like I find a little cave that might not have been initially visible, or...
So I would say this is going to be mind, because it's when you're observant and clever is when you roll against mind. And we'll give you the opportunity of finding something by increasing the roll using this trait. What do you got?
4, 3, and 14.
Well, the 14 is the one you're going to pick.
Okay, and then plus 1 for mind would be 15.
Okay. So you find something, and that's going to mark 1 against the.
I found a crevasse. Into the crevasse.
Into the crevasse, everyone.
Okay. You now have a place that you could go hide if you like. Prim.
He's a big guy.
I am a big
You
guy.
could fit in. We fit in first, so you can cork up the doorway.
You could go in the cork hole.
I'm not very happy with this kobold shooting his little magic dart at me. I'm going to call on all my years of rock climbing and scurry up the rock and grab him and send him to his death.
Wow, that
escalated quickly.
That sounds finessey,
Brawny?
strong.
Because strong, you're climbing rock.
Okay, let's see how this works. Let's see how, if you're not necessarily being quick about it then.
No,
Okay.
I'm coming up the rock.
Okay, Prim, be careful.
Be careful. Have fun storming the mountain.
16, 11, and 2.
So it'd be the 11.
So plus 3 is 14.
Plus 3! Good gosh, I
Yeah.
forgot. That's
Very
right.
nice. He was very brawny.
And what was the original name of that character?
Prim. Oh, the original name was Volcar.
Alright, so who made Volcar? JJ thanks you at this time. Alright, so you did. You get up there. You grab him and...
I just rip him off the because he was hanging over the cliff face. I just rip him off and he goes falling to his death.
No! What a world! What a world!
He sounds a little more reptilian as he does that. However, yes.
Very nice.
Yes.
Very
And then
nicely
who
done.
makes the thud noise as he lands right in front of your crevasse?
He thudded twice.
He bounced.
Nice. There we go. That happened.
Okay.
Hannah
did not appreciate
No?
all those darts being thrown at her, so she is going to roll out, lay on her back, take aim at the next lizard-looking thing she sees.
Oh, yeah. Right up
And
next
shoot.
to where Prim is up over the ledge. They're looking down. And
Now let me ask you something.
you go. Go, girl.
So I've got Stunning Palm
Okay.
as a trait under combat, which
Yep.
is I make a melee attack. Would me firing my weapon... Weapon.
There's no
Quill
H in the
Wheaton's
beginning
weapon.
at all.
Weapon. Would me firing my weapon be considered a melee attack?
Where would you fire your weapon? No.
No?
No, that's right.
Fair enough.
Because you're
It's a raid. I had to ask.
Yeah.
Come on, I had to
Realistically, now I would say
If you
that
throw your gun at him,
I would
I'm out
think,
of bullets. I'm
I
throwing the
would
gun.
think especially because it's a pistol, you could use that
Hey,
move when you
hey.
pistol whip someone.
yeah, pistol whip him.
Superman didn't bother dodging bullets, but he always dodged a gun.
He did.
Okay.
He did.
That was awesome. I remember that too.
All right, so I will shoot at the nearest. They're not kobolds.
They're kobolds.
Okay,
They are kobolds. I just wanted to give them a little description.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
I got a 1, a 5, and a
Her
9.
gun
Good.
jammed.
Gosh.
Good God, man!
So,
Was that
there's
finesse?
There's a bad
Here
tail.
comes the bad thing.
What was that? Was that finesse? What
It
was-
doesn't matter. You don't have a +3.
No matter what, it sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no force 3.
Yeah, you would need a +3 to get to an 8, which means you get to tell a good tale.
Ouch.
Not a good tale at this time, just bad. The kobold that fell and bounced explodes,
Oh,
and
jeez.
acid
Rib
flows.
shrapnels.
Acid flows out from it, and you're having a hard time staying in that crevasse with all this cloud coming in, and it's like you're starting to choke from it.
Miasma.
You have asthma?
My asthma's bothering me.
So, Venti, your crevasse is invaded by acid.
Ew.
Like if that was
Okay,
the first time
we
that's happened.
gotta get out of here because that acid is gonna hurt us bad. And I'm gonna try and knock off some more of these kobold-looking dudes with my magic missile.
That's what she
And
said.
it can see around the corner, so even if I can't see them
It can shoot
peeking
around
over,
the corner.
it can go up and knock any of them that's still hiding up there.
So you're going to use a magic missile, it sounds
I'm going to
like.
magic missile.
Let's go for it. What would that be? Is that finesse? We still have to roll for the magic missile because it's changing the story in a positive or negative way.
Yeah, I guess it's got to be finesse. Although it's
No, that's
magic,
force
it would
of
be
will.
mind
That's
You-
force of
because
will.
I'm concentrating to make that happen.
I'm fine with that.
Okay.
I think we need to collaborate, as the keyword is,
Yes.
on what these mean because we're all learning the system.
I would say that's a mind thing.
Okay. Mind is like your top one, right?
And my magic missile is ice.
That's magic.
Because I'm from
Ice,
the
baby.
land of the ice and snow. And that's how it goes.
That's how she rolls.
13 plus 1.
Hey, you got a 1,
There's a 1, a 20,
and a
and a
13.
13.
Nice.
So that 13
So that's
is a 14.
So you get your good tail and no bad tail. So your that's nice. You get good tail. So it happens as you said. You've already described it as a good tail. You shoot one of the kobolds, and Prim.
Yeah.
This icicle is it an icicle essentially.
It's, kind of. Like a trapezoid.
It's an ice trapezoid.
Isozoid.
Isozoid. An isozoid, which sounds like some kind of
It's what
Gobot.
I would have called an asshole snowball way back
Nice. It's an isozoid, flies up right past you, hits one of the kobolds. It flops down to the ground. There are still several near you, and they say in their reptilian way, like that.
Keep away from the shrine.
And you see behind them a shrine that looks like they've been carving out of stone, probably by their own claws, because it's really scratched up and it looks to be some kind of homage to the orange dragon.
Okay.
What do you want to do? You're right up there in the midst of, I'd say there's probably 10 of them around you. They don't appear to be all that sturdy because you're taking them out pretty easily, but there's a bunch of them. And they're pew, 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 pew.
Pew pew.
With these little-
Yeah, so
So it was an isozoid. These would be a shakazoids. They're shooting shakazoids at you.
I'm going to
Shaka Khan.
bring my cloak around
Yeah.
and use it to create distance from, so I have a little wall between that and my body.
Okay.
And I'm going to charge and see if I can't poke someone's eyes out.
Okay.
Do you have a weapon?
My fingers.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
He gives
I
you the
have
finger.
some pretty gnarly claws.
Yeah.
I don't
Okay.
cut my fingernails.
He doesn't believe
Oh,
in
that's right. And you
manicures.
got the stuff on there.
Yeah. He's got them all. He's going to make them
got 'em-
afeared of the ledge.
Afeared of the ledge. Make it happen, James.
He's going to attack him with his fingerozoids. Should everything be in a zoid?
Why not?
9, 19, and 12.
9, 19, and 12. Sounds like the 12.
12 plus 3 is 15.
Okay.
Very
Good
nicely
gosh,
done.
man. Well, you don't have to worry about your armor. You just get a good tail out of this. Describe what happens.
So take 2 fingers into the skull, curl them up to the top of the forehead, and pick them up and throw them off the ledge. At the
Nice.
same time as I kick the dead one that she killed, because I don't want that shit exploding on me.
Oh, that's a good idea.
I kick it off the edge as well.
Okay. So now as they fall, it sounds like
I'm gonna.
the lizard sound. What was that? And then when they hit, there's 2 of them.
There's 2 of them.
Yes. Do
There's-
they both bounce? There we go.
They're very springy.
Hannah.
All right.
Hannah, more of them just fell. They're probably going to explode.
Hannah.
We're going
Has-
counterclockwise.
So
Yeah,
Hannah.
you skipped me. You went
You
her?
just shot
I
one.
went immediately after
You
you.
just shot one with a magic missile, and then he went.
Okay, I'm confused.
Sorry.
So these creatures have recently died, have they not?
They have recently
they have recently
died.
died.
What is it you would like to do with their souls?
She wants to drain their soul.
She never had one of it tastes like
She's
chicken.
never, whatever tastes like chicken, right? She's never had Kobol's soul before. So she's going to use her Drain soul.
So she likes soul food, is what I get.
Soul food.
Yes.
Tastes like chicken.
Chitlins and fried chicken.
Okay.
She can take a dying or recently dead creature's soul.
Okay.
While she does this, others cannot interact with a soul without my consent.
Yep.
And I can forever obliterate their soul and temporarily gain some of their power.
Okay.
You could do that.
I can do the pew pew right
Is that
back.
what you want to do?
Yeah, I'm gonna suck in their soul so that
gonna-
I can also pew pew.
So you become the Energizer Bunny.
Nice. Let's do it. So this sounds like mind or spirit?
That
I
sounds
think it's
like
a contest
mine.
of... No, it's not just of souls.
It's a contest of souls. So what is
Yeah,
that?
so-
Spirit?
Yeah, that's what I think.
Let's say spirit. That sounds good to me.
I get to use the highest, which is a
I'm
15.
going to let you use the highest because it's part of a trait that you're specifically picking.
So I've got a 3, a 7, and a 15. So that'd be
Okay.
15 plus 1 is 16.
Okay, so you get it.
I suck in their soul is mine.
So you will both suck and spit.
Suck and spit.
Ew.
Mm-hmm. Then
So what does she gain from this?
what she gained was the ability to use its missile. It had magic missile in the form of electricity.
So I get to use
speak.
magic missile back at the kobolds.
And
But for
you
how
do, and because of the success here, what happens is the soul itself, when it is obliterated, it's like every magic missile, every electrical dart it had stored up in it, explodes from it and shoots up right, like almost in a cascade over top of Prim and demolishes the remaining kobolds.
Oh, jeez.
You have defeated.
That's what you get for messing with my hair.
Oh, yeah.
You have successfully completed this challenge. Anybody who had a challenge box marked can clear it.
This is pretty cool.
Consider yourself cleared.
Consider yourself cleared. And with that, you see in that area, it looks like they had built a temple to the dragon. And there are writings on the wall, clawed into the wall in a common language that you guys understand, where it looks like they're coming up with different rituals of how to awaken the dragon. And apparently at the end, there's a big proclamation of, "We did it! We did it!" And they thought that they had awakened the dragon.
Aww.
Poor
And,
demented.
and I'm going to scratch in.
Delusional
I'm going to take my
souls.
staff and scratch in there. Not.
I wish you defecate.
Losers.
Psych.
And I forgot to mention earlier, part of the way up the mountain before here, Prim was able to find the scroll that Peter had dropped when he was attacked, which had the location of a secret or hidden entrance into the mountain.
I wish you to
And it
desecrate their altar.
Oh yeah? Desecrate or defecate or both?
Defecate in their desecrated altar.
Ew.
Nice.
Ew.
They have they were actually doing a really good job putting this together. It's no wonder they were proud of what they had done. They had carved what looks like a really cool dragon out of rock. It looks like they have carved into a cavern into the side of the mountain. Had these ritual areas, a few benches and stools they had worked out, kind of a little sleeping area where they had some straw and leaves and stuff. They put all of that stuff together, created a really nice looking temple. Although the place still smells like they ate and slept there, they did burn what smells like some of the roots that the barbarian tribes had burned to try and keep some of the barbarian odors away from the camp. They burned some of those, and the whole area seemed to be relatively well kept, and they were obviously very proud and didn't like the
So they've been at
intruders
this for a while.
coming along.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've been at it for at least several months from the
Yeah,
look of
they've been
things.
at this for a while.
Going back to their notes on the wall, it looks like they've been working on this for probably 3-4 months. Their dating system doesn't quite match up to what you guys know, but they had been working on it for a little while. And they really thought they had freed the dragon, and you guys were
Poor little kobolds.
Poor misguided little souls.
Poor unfortunate souls. Sorry.
based on the map that Peter had sketched out.
Yeah.
You are able to follow for another half a day or so up the side of the mountain. It just gets more and more treacherous, and it's colder, and perhaps Venti doesn't really seem to be affected by it as
I'm going to
much.
take my shoes off.
This feels great, huh?
What happens when you take
I'm
your
actually
shoes off?
curious what my defenses cold
When I take my
environment
shoes
means.
off, you guys might cringe a little, so just don't freak out, okay?
So you haven't had a pedicure in a while.
No, I have pointy feet. I really don't show anybody except like my family and closest friend. But we all have pointy feet. The Agamites have pointy-ish feet because we climb like ice cliffs and stuff a lot. So I don't really have toenails, but I have kind of like a one solid toenail that I can dig into ice. To climb up.
Interesting.
Yeah, helps me climb.
Fascinating.
But it's kind of freaky, so sorry.
You don't want her to kick your butt.
Yeah.
But
not
like I
good
said, don't
idea.
say anything about it to anybody. That's why I wear normal shoes, because I don't really like to show it off.
That's kind of cool.
It kind of helps.
The so on the trip up there, like I say, it gets colder. As far as that goes, excuse me, that was part of the cloak, I think. And
Okay.
defense for cold, which means if
Do you
something
need to borrow
cold comes
some
at
light?
you or if something...
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna give her one of my layers of clothing to keep her warm. 'Cause
Okay.
I'm
Freezing.
comfortable, and she's freezing.
Like my nipples
Hi.
could cut ice. Sorry.
Mine too! Go figure!
Hey, you got pointy nipples. I got pointy toes. We can climb.
Hey! Between the two of you,
We're just gonna
climb,
scale right
just
up and
alternating.
Just alternate.
Yeah.
Just stick them both on the wall, like cut through the glass, Mission Impossible style.
You could put them together and kind of like do a spirograph pattern across the ice. That'd be pretty cool.
But I can carve out handholds for you guys to climb easier.
There we
So if
go.
you let me go up first.
You should go
So the
first.
cloak could be used in storytelling mechanism of
Okay.
you're protected from cold because of. Right now, the cold isn't harming you. It's a neutral tale, as the game mechanic goes. You reach the doorway or you reach the area where the doorway is labeled on the map. However, you don't see a doorway, but you're sure that you have followed the spot to where Peter has written it out. He actually has pretty good indications. There is that one little slightly withered evergreen tree to the right, and then there's that rock in the shape of a horse's head to the left. Not a real horse's head, but a natural looking one that he drew it, and it's like looks like horse head, and it does. It's just natural. Those pieces are right there. You know you're in the right spot, and we are going to begin the Dragon Challenge here as you guys decide how you're going to get in. And to help with the confusion that we had going the other way, because we were just going counterclockwise, I'm going to go back to clockwise, and we're going to start with Venti.
Okay. So you're sure he's got this map right?
I'm pretty sure I read this correctly.
Well, I don't see a door here. I'm gonna feel around and see if I can feel any cracks or indications of where a doorway might be.
So you're actually trying to find the door.
Trying to find the door.
Okay, let's do a roll. For me, this is going to be mind, because you're being observant. And that's what mind has next to it.
Ooh. 1, 18, or 11.
I think 11 is the one in the middle.
Okay, and I got +1, so it'd be a 12.
So a 12. So first, mark one of your conditions.
Challenge.
Gosh, I can't stop! Mark one of your challenge boxes.
Challenge box.
But because you have a good
thing
tail,
Alyssa's not here.
your good tail. What's that?
It's a good thing Alyssa's not here.
Yes. Or Elena. Or Britt. What is the good tail?
I think I see a little crack that looks like it might be almost like a handle that's been well hidden into the rock. It almost looks just regular like a rock face, but if I run my hand along it, it feels like I could pull it. It might be the
Okay.
door.
And my bad tail is when you pull on it, you're not strong enough to open it.
Prim!
Yeah.
Help!
Now, if we want to stay in a
Yeah.
clockwise fashion, let's go to Hannah next.
Hannah!
Now, Prim can still be the one you called out to, mind you, because that's a neutral tail. To be calling out to Prim for help is a neutral tail. But we're going to go with Hannah as the next turn as we stay in a clockwise motion.
So Hannah's like just chattering her teeth and like, I'd rather be on a tropical island. I'm on this face of this stupid mountain. She's going to, she hears Venti, kind of sees her scope it out the door, and she would see that she kind of found a handle.
Yep.
And at which case
what does
she
it look
called
like?
out.
Is she pulling at this spot? Or?
I'm trying to... I pull it, I push it, trying to move it to the side. It's really just a little handhold in what looks like a regular rock face.
So seeing that, she would just concentrate on keeping an eye out. She doesn't want to get side or surprised by any more kobolds. Like,
Okay.
they took out the group that they went against, but she doesn't know if that was all of them.
Okay.
So she would just be vigilant about her surroundings.
I think that stays neutral. Let's go to Prim. Prim.
I will see that. Feel around for that little handhold. Attempt to do the game bop it, twist it, turn it. See what will it
It's got to
take?
open somehow.
Yeah.
Okay. This is a brawn roll for sure because I've already described it as she is not strong enough.
Come on, Prim!
So you're going to do those things.
Live with
I have a 12, a 13, and a 16.
Very
Well, then
nice.
that
Yay!
works.
Gives me a 16.
We get it.
Okay.
Woo!
So with a 16, you get a good tail and no bad tail. Therefore, describe it. Tell me what happens when you exert enough force to make blank happen.
It wasn't actually enough force. It was just a complicated mechanism of twist and pull down.
Oh, so you're saying Venti's stupid.
Hey.
No, she didn't spend enough time doing it. That's all.
Yeah.
Hey, well, I found it, so...
Demand!
Screw you,
Nice.
barbarian.
And
Useless, right?
well, the reason brawn is necessary
So
because of all the earthquakes. The mechanism kind of seizes about halfway through,
Nice, there you go.
and it takes me to lift it up out of the way to fully open the door.
When the door opens, there is an acrid smell, an acidic smell that comes through it. Almost, it's like when you
freaking
drank
kobolds in
soda
here.
too quickly and you burp and it burns the back of your nostrils. That, but coming in, not going out. There's,
Great.
there is a very high likelihood that the dragon is acidic in some way. The air is warm coming out of this little tunnel. The tunnel itself is think of the arched doorway of about maybe 10 feet high and only about 6 or so feet wide. Something that is the size of which that baby dragon carcass could have fit through if it were alive.
Aww. That's so sad.
Venti, what's your next step?
Hey guys, I'm not... we gotta be careful going in here, because it doesn't smell so good even though it's warm. I'm just wondering, is it light or dark?
It is a pale orange glow inside.
So it's lit up. I don't need to light my staff.
It's not bright. It's like somebody is holding a candle at the other end of a long hallway, kind of light.
Okay. I don't know.
You are beset upon by Minecraft villagers. I said you are beset upon by Minecraft villagers.
You guys, let's go at this slow, but let's try to cover our faces with some cloth and make sure that we are breathing in this footsie stuff.
Footsie
that's
stuff.
Floating in the air.
Stuff. So, let's be
This is what happens when you play with couples.
We're experiencing some technical difficulties. By technical, I mean physical.
Women are out of control.
So, Prim,
Yeah.
the doorway is open. There's that faint orange light in there, and Venti has mentioned that maybe it's a good idea to cover your noses, or cover your mouth and nose with some form of cloth as you go in.
I know
How
that
does Prim react to being told to be cautious?
the first step to acclimatizing yourself to a new situation is to just breathe deep.
Head first, man. Head first.
Okay, I got healing potions if you want to keep going that way.
Just breathe it in. Breathe it
Did
in.
it get you?
Well, the smell itself smells like something that has been laying dormant for probably 1,000 years. That and
So you're talking about a major case of crotch rot.
that and egg.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
gross.
You think that and egg. Put those two together, and that's kind of what you get. However, it's not enough to actually hurt you. It's just enough to make you think, if I didn't live with barbarians before, that would have bugged me.
Yeah.
So his nose is immune.
Not immune, just,
The nose
not-
it's
plays.
like one of those, that, think of it, he just smelled his own poop.
The
Everyone
nose-
else's is horrible, but you smelled your own, and you know it's bad, but you can deal with it.
Yeah.
That's what it is. He can deal with it because he's smelled nasty before.
And I walk in.
Okay, so Prim is starting to walk down that hallway. We'll go back to... We're going to skip Hannah for now because we're going to go keep clockwise, and you guys were fixing the
Sorry.
spill.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Venti, Prim has just walked in. This hallway itself looks like it's about 30-ish feet or so before it takes a turn to the right, where that faint orange glow is coming from.
All right, I'm going to use my staff and make it glow just a light amount of bluish glow so that I can see on the walls, see if there's any indication of warnings or any pictographs or anything indicating someone's been down here before or has been down and hasn't returned.
The floor itself, there's a light layer of dust. However, there are footprints going in and out.
Someone
Okay, so
has been
someone's
here
been
before.
yeah.
He stole the egg. Excuse me.
Well, okay, so this
Bless
looks
you.
like how they look at.
you.
There's footprints down there that look human. I think that might
Yes,
be
they're
our
mine.
thieves that got- going the other way.
The other way,
Unless
too.
you walked backwards down the hallway, which I wouldn't put past you, barbarian. But
No, I only walk backwards going into new homes.
Yeah.
okay. Well, I think this is how our thieves got out.
That way the homeowners don't miss me when I leave. They've already seen my backside.
I think half the village has seen your
But anyway,
backside.
I'm just gonna kind of keep 10 feet or so behind Prim, so that I'm not
Okay.
in the front, but not lagging too far behind.
Hannah.
Both barrels loaded.
Both barrels.
Lock and load.
Lock and load,
Maybe
baby.
you should go ahead of me because I don't want to get shot in the back.
Lock and load. I'd be in the middle. Let's do
Okay.
this.
She's going ahead of me.
Doing this.
So, Prim, you reach up. You reach the end of the corridor where it turns to the right. Peeking around the corridor, you see what can only be Iliard's lair. There is this large open area in the middle of the mountain, which looks a lot larger on the inside than it does on the outside.
I love it. Who's decorated this place?
The whole area itself is bathed
It's
in a
open
warm
field.
orange glow. The dragon itself is not here. Perhaps she left while you guys were headed
dear.
in.
But oh crap!
And
Where's the dragon?
right in the center of this lair, which is probably, think of it as about a 100-foot radius circle, relatively big. It's not exactly a circle, but think of that. It's kind of conical. But there are all kinds of pieces of metal, treasures, jewels, all things, but all bathed in an orange glow, so it's hard to tell what might or might not be valuable. And right in the center is an egg, the size that you would expect of the dragon's egg, based on the other one that you had scryed upon and seen the dragon's carcass of. That egg is right in the center of this area.
I would advise the rest of the crew that I don't think the king's plan of stealing the egg to bargain with the dragon is a very good plan. I think we need to do what we can to appease the dragon, not to threaten it.
For once, barbarian,
Yeah.
you make sense.
I kind of agree with that.
Okay, adventure over.
Yeah, but we don't know where the dragon is right
Hey,
now.
that's a good point. So how would you go about appeasing the dragon? I mean, well, what would be the beginning of your plan? Say you anticipate the dragon coming back. What would your plan be?
Here's my first thing. I'm going to scry to see the town and see if make sure that the dragon didn't already hit the town.
Okay, I like that idea.
Because I want to make sure that it's not there. That we're too late.
You're going to roll, and we're going to allow this to be an increased roll of spirit.
She rolled a 2, a 3, and a 4.
Oh, good gosh. So you can take the 4 and add 1 to it. And
5.
First, mark a condition box. It's not condition.
Challenge box. Do I have a
box.
condition because I failed?
You are now, yes, you have a condition of being blinded to your scrying vision.
Scry blind.
Scry blind, yes.
It backfired, and now she's lost it.
Dang it, guys. Sorry.
She no longer has a mind's eye.
And when you view, you see the dragon looks like it's circling Dragon Mountain.
So I actually still get to see?
Oh, yeah.
Oh. I thought
It looks like it's
failed
circling
already.
Dragon Mountain.
Okay. Yeah, so...
No, what happened with that roll is I got to tell a bad tale.
Okay.
So my bad tale
So I
is
was still trying to find where
the
it
dragon
was.
is circling.
And
where
you
you
get
are.
to tell me that...
You didn't get to tell me it was where you wanted it to be. I got to tell you it was where I wanted
Okay.
it to be.
It's circling the peak of the mountain, so it hasn't gone to the town yet. So we have
That's-
a way to try to get it back here.
Good news, bad news.
Good news,
Okay.
bad news. And by the way, I can't do that again.
Oh, my eye!
My scry eye is blind now.
Oh, you should get a contact
Lo
for that.
siento mucho.
Cry Eye Blind. It's the latest pop band coming out of Shadows of the
Instead
Castle.
of third eye blind.
Yes.
I'm scry eye blind.
Can I touch the egg without harming it?
Well, that's going to involve a roll. Well, first off, what is it you're looking to do? No, you know what? This makes more sense. I go to touch the egg is your tail. And now you want something good to happen, therefore roll. Right? So you're telling the tail, I'm going to go touch the egg.
Got a bad feeling about
I
this.
want to touch the egg.
Bueno.
5.
Oh, jeez.
What is that?
That's a 5.
Plus what?
Plus,
Plus it
Finesse?
doesn't matter.
finesse. Yeah.
You need that plus 3.
Finesse, that would be a 2. So she's got
Okay.
7.
So mark off one of your challenge boxes. I paused.
You'll get it yet, Joe.
And no, I won't. I'm pretty positive I won't. I'm firmly entrenched in the wrong word now.
This is so good.
As you touch the egg, it cracks,
Great.
Crap!
and you hear Prim when she touches the egg and it cracks. You hear what can only be described as an agonizing scream from inside the egg.
Oh, no.
No.
This is bad.
No.
Prim, what's up?
I know what I'm going to do. Maybe. I know what I'm going to try to do. I don't want to lose a hand.
So
but I'm gonna
I want
try.
to use speak with animals to see if I can talk with him inside the egg.
Okay.
Oh, just calm him down.
To see what it is I can do to help.
Okay.
I also want to try to instruct Venti to do the idea she had earlier. Now she has the materials to repair the crack.
Interesting thought.
Make some kind of
Fix an egg?
a net or...
Well, you have the composite materials of the shell to make another shell.
Yeah.
Do I have the pieces of the shell?
Yeah, they're right here. It's doing
Well,
it.
it just cracked. This
But-
one just cracked. Okay, so
Okay.
speak with animals. This is... Pardon me. This is mind. Yes?
Maybe spirit. Some talking. with
I'll
it?
buy spirit. You're going to try and charm and you're being courageous? Why not? Spirit says charming and courageous. I like it. So you're going to spiritize it, and this is going to be an increased roll because you're using this
I have two
trait.
15s and a 5.
So
Okay.
15 plus
1.
16.
Yay.
Therefore, yes, you can speak with it. What I will tell you, though, so your good tale is you're able to speak with the dragon, which I wasn't going to think you could, but you can. Therefore, it's good. What you hear is it screaming, "Mommy."
Oh, no.
And that's not meant for it to be a bad tale, just as an indicator. Because I don't get to tell a bad tale there. It's just telling you what you heard when you got to speak to it.
I also know
Yeah.
that this is a tall tale from my clan,
Okay.
that dragons, much like ducks, imprint on the first thing they see.
Okay.
So we don't want it to see us.
Or it would think we're its mommy.
Yeah.
Exactly. And so, yes, my dear, I'm here. Is what I tell the infant.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Go to sleep. Tell it to go to sleep.
Go to sleep.
Just rest. It'll be okay.
Right after you guys, Venti and Hannah, hear this screeching sound from inside the egg, and that's
awful.
what Prim hears as "Mommy."
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
And I'm screeching back at it.
There is a thunderous noise from outside.
Oh, crap. Mommy's coming.
The mountain shakes, and from up, when you hear the noise, it forces you to look up, and you see the head of a large orange dragon coming through the side of the mountain.
We're gonna die.
Look on the positive side.
Okay.
Well, no, you're going to...
Definitely gonna die.
What would you do in this case?
Well, we don't want the egg to break anymore. Although, maybe he just needs to see his mommy. I don't know.
So what do you think your action would be? Like, I mean, if you're thinking of something like the egg needs to see its mom, would you, when the dragon pokes its head through the side of the mountain, would you just point at the egg? I mean, think of what action you might want to take. What tale would you want to tell later in the tavern, provided you live through this, even?
I don't
And it
know.
could just be
I don't
neutral.
know.
Would you position yourself a certain
I
way
mean,
in preparation of
I'd
something?
get behind, seeing where the dragon is. I'd get behind the egg and as far back against like the wall or the tunnel that we came out of as we can, just to see what happens.
Okay. What would Hannah be up to?
Just gonna run and hide. Hannah,
I'm not gonna run. I'm just gonna back up slowly.
Gonna kind of
And I'm
slink away.
gonna
and
put my
hide.
staff out.
Okay.
'Cause I don't want it any lit up more than it is.
How do you put it out?
Just
she did a hand
People
gesture.
can't hear that.
okay. I just do a swooshy swoosh with my hand.
Okay.
I do the Nike swoosh and
Right.
it goes out.
You know what?
Edit.
YOLO.
Oh snap!
Oh, she's gonna make eye
At least you went
contact.
to hide.
I'm
Okay.
yeah.
She's gonna make eye contact with the dragon
Mm-hmm.
and like raise her fist and point at the egg
Yeah.
like she's gonna punch it
Okay.
if the dragon comes any closer.
I like it. All right. This sounds. Gosh.
That's a
That's
spirit.
Yeah, that's got to be spirit to me. So let's roll with spirit. Let's roll with spirit. And tell me what you got. Oh my snapness!
geez.
You got some
An
low
8.
numbers. An 8. 8 is the total.
8
Wait,
is the
what?
total.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's not completely bad.
It's not completely bad. So you are using it as a way to say
Stop
stop
where you
Okay.
are.
So you get
Don't
that's
come any
your
closer.
good tale is that you get to slow the dragon down at least, right? You want to slow it down. The bad tale that happens is the top of the egg pops open, the shell pops off the top, and this baby dragon pops its head out and is looking directly at you.
Great.
Oh crap!
So it thinks I'm its mama.
I don't know. Maybe it depends on if his tribe's tales are accurate or not.
Yeah.
Prim.
Oh, they
you
are.
see this happen,
Uh huh.
and
I lament the fact that it didn't look at me first.
damn it!
And I tell it that we're not.
She's not your real mommy.
I know what I'm going to do.
We're not here to. I tell Mama Dragon, we're not here to harm.
Mm-hmm.
We're here to help. We are searching for the thieves that stole your egg.
Okay.
And this is the last known location where we know they were.
I would ask here, from a rules perspective, are you being clever or charming?
I'm trying to be charming and calming.
Okay. Spirit.
I don't want to.
He's not trying to
I'm not
deceive
trying to come off as smart or anything.
Let's do a roll with spirit. 3d20, take the middle number and add your spirit modifier.
That's a 7 plus 1, 8.
8. Hey, well, 8 means something good happens out of this. Speaking of, did you mark your game condition
2
box?
challenge boxes.
Stupid challenge box. Make sure you mark a challenge box, JJ. The dragon speaks to you only in your head. It doesn't actually screech out loud. It appears to be telepathic, but speaks to you in the dragon tongue that you now understand as of a few minutes ago. You have in your head, you have the smell of the same thieves.
Oh, great.
Oh, no.
And an acid plume starts to come out from right underneath the dragon's mouth, like at the top of its throat. Like a vent opens and this
Can I respond,
this mist starts to come out. You can, but it won't. Only if it's neutral, because we're going to the next player.
I was going to say, then burn it for me, because I am not them.
Okay.
Okay. I'm not sure how quickly I can do this before
Oh, you'll have plenty of time.
anything happens, but I'm thinking I'm going to take some of the metal that's nearby and form it into a mirror
Okay.
and put it in a way that it's in front of Hannah, and that when the baby dragon looks in it, it sees Mama behind it. It doesn't see Hannah.
Excuse me. That's a very good idea. I like it. Go for it. So you're using,
Mind.
yeah, but you're using the trait
My tools of the job.
tools of the job. So you're creating something.
She's going to grab something reflective.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm going to make it a reflective mirror.
Okay, let's see what happens here.
Ish.
Something
And
fell
so you're
off.
going to take.
It's a natural 20.
Is
Is it
it
really?
on the carpet? Of course.
Okay.
Highest number
14.
plus. Well, actually, 14's good as long as you don't have a
Plus 1.
negative.
No.
Right.
So
So you
15.
get your good tail.
Okay.
A good thing happens.
So it sees Mama.
Yeah.
It's off you.
So Venti was able to allow the baby dragon, before it blinked away
yeah, I had to-
the egg whites from its eyes, it was able to hone in on its mother. Hannah, what's up? Venti just got in there. Some acrid smelling acidic nastiness is coming out from Iliard.
And you guys see
Dragon.
me, I did approach the dragon, I'm not threatening it.
It looks like he's playing mind games with it.
Yeah.
Because, well, he kind of is.
So Hannah, seeing Venti hold the mirror up next to the dragon, the baby dragon, looks over, kind of assesses the situation, looks up at Big Dragon, and
Passes out.
I mean, I know, right? Just faints from fright. No. She is going to then, since she's not on the hook for baby dragon anymore, she's going to take a couple steps back and pick up some of the treasure and wave it menacingly at the dragon and just be like, if you don't leave me alone,
Okay.
I'm going to break stuff.
Nice. This sounds like,
Why not?
gosh,
Spirit.
spirit. Let's say
Trying to
spirit.
convince him to do something.
Yeah. We'll go with spirit on this.
I'm going to die.
Yeah, pretty much. She's dragon bait.
Good gosh. So,
Dragon
mark
bait.
off.
A
How
challenge
many?
box.
A
That's
challenge,
3.
Thank you. 3. Wow.
That's not good.
No.
Um,
I'm going to die.
At this point, we're going to add to you the condition of suffocating as the mist surrounds you, which means you're going to be gasping for breath with everything you do.
So 2 Fs.
Does my port in the storm do
2 Fs.
anything?
2 Fs and suffocating.
Suffocating, yes.
Oh,
Thank
I'm
you.
like, what the hell are you talking about?
Does my port in the storm do anything to protect us?
That was in that little cave you found.
Yeah. But
We're
can
in a
I
different
find a
spot now.
pocket of clean air?
Perhaps after Prim decides what he's doing.
I tell the dragon, burn it from me then, because I am not them.
It sounds like you want to issue a command to the dragon.
Not so much a command, just, Well,
Well, do you want anything to happen because of this? If so, then it requires
I
a roll.
want her to trust me.
Okay.
That is the end goal of this.
Okay.
I welcome her breath.
So it sounds like another spirit roll then. If you want something to happen, something interesting, good, whatever to happen out of this, dramatic, exciting.
I have a 16, 16, and 13, so that gives me a 14.
It gives you more than enough. She pauses. Iliard pauses, and in your head you hear her voice saying, I recognize the clan markings from the barbarians. And she kind of muses for a few moments, in your head, mind you. So the dragon, Venti, she appears to be transfixed upon Prim. However, the baby is trying to get out of its shell, and it seems to be stuck in there, and Hannah is suffocating. Now, what does Hannah sound like when she's suffocating on acidic mist? That, you hear that.
Okay.
All I can hear
Can I
is
get-
Sylvester from Looney Tunes suffocating succubus.
Suffering succotash.
Suffocating succubus. All right, so I don't need that mirror anymore.
Possibly not,
Okay.
but if you drop it, that could help explain the bad tale you're about to roll.
Oh.
I'm just throwing it out there. I mean,
I'm gonna give Hannah a healing potion
okay.
that should help her breathe better and help her feel better.
Okay. I'll call that a neutral action for now, because that could just affect her at some point. It doesn't really change the story right now. Is there any positive thing you want to do with, or not positive is the wrong word, anything risky you want to do? Because that's what really triggers the roll, when you do something that involves risk. Punch a baby dragon in the face,
No.
I threatened to punch a baby
Well,
dragon.
you threatened to the treasure, right?
After I threatened to punch a baby dragon in the face. YOLO.
Now,
YOLO.
the dragon already imprinted on its mommy.
Yeah, I mean, you guys said that, so yes.
Okay.
It has
I'm
happened.
going to help it get out of its shell, so it can go to
Okay.
its mommy. I'm going to
So you're
show
gonna
that
give it a boost.
show it that I'm helping it. I'm not hurting it.
Because it's struggling and would struggle against you, I'm going to say this is a brawn roll. You will actually have to use strength to make this happen. Let's see what happens.
50-pound baby.
There's another die on the floor.
Tiny table doesn't walk.
You dropped the dice from a
12.
Okay. 12. Okay, so 12 gives us your good tale, which is...
That I help him get out, and he starts moving towards Mama.
Okay. And then the bad tale is Mama's not noticing, and the baby's walking right towards one of her front paws. Hannah.
Oh, Jesus.
Hannah sees that baby
And you just
dragon.
got a healing potion, by the way. So
So you're feeling a little better.
So I'm feeling
Yeah.
better. Have I
You're not quite
ingested said
suffocating.
Buffy?
yeah, but
Buffing
it might not help you directly and immediately, depending on what role you have. Right?
All right, so here's the deal. So I see baby dragon heading towards one of Mama's paws,
And it's like squeal, 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 and Prim hears
Mommy, mommy.
and Mama dragon is busy talking.
about to put a
Prim.
foot down on the baby dragon
Can I touch
because
baby
it's
dragon?
transfixed on Prim.
Can I touch baby dragon?
That's the roll.
I'm gonna.
You're going to reach out to the baby dragon.
I'm gonna reach out to the baby dragon and get him to calm.
You did this with the egg. It was really successful.
Down. Slow your roll, baby dragon.
Mm-hmm. What you got?
So, since I'm using my blissful agony, does that mean I get the high one?
She wants to make it feel whatever.
Okay. Yeah, we're going to say yes because
Then we rock.
I wish you had described it ahead, but you didn't, and it's close enough.
Well, I said touch the baby dragon and tell him to slow his
to
roll.
do something.
To make him feel calm.
It would. The way I read the way this game plays is that you would say, "I'm going to use my blissful agony to blank."
Oh.
I apologize to the game creator.
No. She wants to stunning strike him to slow his roll. Stop moving.
Slow your roll, punk.
Stunning palm. Wapow!
And then, boom! It explodes. Okay.
Was that finesse?
Does it matter with a 17?
No.
Can you make it go below?
Will you let me do?
14? Yes, done. You got it.
Okay, 17.
You got
So
it.
he's calmed down. Is he out of Mama's way, though?
So what have you done? What is your good tale?
So the good tale is I got a hold of one of his little leathery wings, and I'm like, oh, gross.
Ew.
It's still slimy.
Gross.
Yes, it's still slimy.
And
It
I
still
get
has
him,
egg whites on it.
get him to stop where he's at and just kind of pause and try to figure out what the heck's going on because he's feeling all kinds of
What are you
groovy.
making him feel?
He's feeling very groovy right now.
Like afraid of his mom?
No, just totally,
Afraid of his mom.
totally groovy, just totally calm. And he's like, what is that?
So with this, I will tell you that success was the one that let you guys finish the dragon encounter. Therefore,
Yay.
the way that will wrap up is the mom realizes what's going on and does understand, Iliard does understand that you are not the enemy. She will allow you to leave in peace. And how will you guys handle that? To wrap up the story, how will you guys handle the rest of this
I will promise
adventure?
Iliard to capture the thief alive and bring him back for her pleasure.
Okay. When we go out of the tunnel, I'm gonna have Prim push the door closed again, and then I'm going to magic missile it so that the door's even more difficult to open and try to protect the entrance so that nobody else tries to go in there and mess with them.
Okay.
Can I swipe a necklace on the way out?
Oh, come on.
No?
Demaya.
Short answer is yes, you've already won. So that's part of winning. You have a spoil of war if you wish, but it could mean that you have an enemy later.
So I'm like, hey guys, you think I could swipe a necklace on the way out? And they're like, oh, come on.
Criminy!
Fine. I'll be
The
back.
thing is, everything has an orange tint, so you're not quite sure what you could end up grabbing like a faux silver,
Yeah,
and you wouldn't even know. Faux shizzle.
fine.
It could be real shizzle, or it could be faux shizzle.
My nizzle. Alright. I won't take anything this time.
So you guys will get back to town eventually, back to the city, back to Shadow Castle.
Back to bottoms up.
Yeah. And explain to the king how things went. And he would again be very pleased with your progress and how Murder Hobos Incorporated once again.
Wait, Rock.
Murdered
Has-
nobody except kobolds.
Right.
And they weren't. Yeah, that's a good point. He knows he can call upon you again in the future.
Our rate just went up.
Yeah, that was Dragon was
Yeah.
not in the original plan.
That was not in the original contract.
No.
And I think that's going to wrap up this session of Adventures from the Shed as we finish up
Adventures from the Attic.
our
Adventures from the Playroom.
Tavern Tales adventure. A big thanks to the author of Tavern Tales, Dabney. If I could remember his last name right now, I would say it. I'll put it in the credits as we do it. I think we had a bit of fun playing the system. We liked it, and we may do a short little review after this, recorded separately. But for now, we're going to say
Bye, everyone!
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye, penises!
A splendid compromise ends our Tavern Tales adventure here at Adventures from the Shed. A big thanks to Tavern Tales creator Dabney for his help in getting us started, and the Reddit community for helping with the pre-made characters. Be sure to check out our review episode to get our verdict. Thanks for joining us. The preceding podcast was brought to you by One Joe Young. You can find us online at adventuresfromtheshed.com.